veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword, it works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, Tudo done right. Then Hoist dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the go, in a hit on an holly note. That to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
We're going to do several things today. We're videotaping for Mastering the System. One thing, before we start off with a couple more techniques from, I'm going to add some stuff to the electric chair and to the end of the electric chair that we've been doing here at HQ. And I also want to work on a couple of the warm-ups still polish a couple of them. And the main one is, let me use your Rick, is the underpass on warm-ups A, the Granby warm-ups. When we do the side control Granby warm-ups, where we start here and then we go to the underpass. You learn a lot of things teaching jiu-jitsu. One thing that I've learned is this is the hardest pass to master. People can see it, and there's just too much. Seems like it's easy, the underpass. You actually don't even see it that much. But time and time again, in my experience, when I'm having a hard time passing, the underpass, you gotta know how to set it up, and then you gotta have everything perfect, everything. And because people just are not, this is why we're polishing it up. Once and for all, you got to make sure it's perfect. You practice it perfect, and in reality, it's not gonna be perfect every time. Sometimes it's gonna be perfect exactly the way I'm gonna show it here. But sometimes it's messy and nasty, and they're not defending right, and there's things you can get away with not doing. All right, but when they're defending perfectly, these are all the steps here that you have to master. So we're in side control here. We're not squeezing him 100%. All All right, we're just giving them room to hit that side control gravity where we're here, I put a little weight, and then we catch them here. All right? So from here, you're already halfway there. This right here is hard to get. This is not easy to get, getting under and hog tying his legs like this. But once we get this, nice and simple. We get the gable grips first, and then I
Hi, my name is Aaron King, and I'm a normal athlete. The mission of Normal Athletics will essentially be to spotlight those individuals and notate their training regimens, their normal healthy habits, and their abilities as athletes, and kind of showcase them for others to be able to see how they use cannabis to help them with their training, how they use it in their everyday lives, and how it's a healthy alternative. By taking that information and compiling it together, we'll be able to then supply new statistics and new facts about how cannabis can actually help and assist a person in achieving their goals athletically and also in a healthy lifestyle. When I was much younger, I didn't really get into very many sports. It just wasn't really for me. I didn't have the motivation. I had a lot of anxiety issues growing up, and just a lot of mental blockages for me personally. Cannabis helped me block those out and focus on what I could be and really kind of strive to be more and involve myself in more. It never appealed to me before seeing that marijuana could really be combined with athletics, that it really truly happened and it clicked. What really brought me to starting jiu-jitsu and being able to get more involved in jiu-jitsu was finding out that a high-level black belt actually used cannabis as a training tool to help elevate their game, to be used in their practice, to just overall enlighten them. I've known many martial artists, and although it may still be taboo, it's something that's very common. Using cannabis in general in the jiu-jitsu community or in the MMA community is widely known and used as an enhancement. I train anywhere between 3 and 5 times a week. I try to train as much as possible. Currently, to stay in shape for competition and just everyday life, to stay healthy, I make sure to do a rigorous form of CrossFit that I actually make up on my own schedule. It's my own regimen, it's my own mix-up of different CrossFit routines, but it works really well for me, and I've actually shared it and used it for many other people that train in MMA and Jiu-Jitsu alike. And it works really well. I've medaled at several local and state national competitions: Casca Grossa, Ludador, Texas State, Naga, Monster Cup, aka the Bud Cup. Marijuana has been what's helped me develop my game, understand jiu-jitsu better, and train better. And that's leaked into my life, my daily life, my habits, my health in general. And now it's the way I live. It's just like any other medicine that's out there. If your doctor doesn't tell you how much to use, there's a high potential for you to just go overboard. It is important to understand more, one, about what you're actually consuming. Cannabis consumption really helps me be able to loosen up, allowing me to have a deeper stretch, allowing me to be able to feel less anxiety about actually going to train. The want, the drive to be able to feel mentally capable of going to train, I feel like cannabis helps me out. Pre-training, cannabis helps relax the mind, calms my nerves, it clears my head, and it also relaxes my muscles. It enables me to accomplish a deep stretch and also aids in my pre-workout digestion. During grappling or during a workout, it enhances my flow and flexibility. It also brings out an open-mindedness and more of a relaxed body feel that helps me find more of my center and more of my opponent's center better. It also increases receptiveness to movement and helps me in learning and in concentration, as well as the muscle memory for when I'm rolling. Post-training, it really helps reduce muscle ache. It also helps with sleeping. It also aids in post-stretching as well as muscle recovery in general. It helps induce hunger and helps relax the stomach in general and just helps me unwind and feel more at ease after training. Currently, right now, I'm under the influence of cannabis and I'm about to take part in my normal training routine. I would say my feeling right now would normally be without cannabis, a lot of anticipation and a lot of anxiety. With cannabis in my system right now, I'm very excited and ready to get on the mat and ready to roll. The benefactors of training with marijuana overall would be I see less injuries, lower severity of injuries when I do see injuries, and less stress and faster recovery time from those injuries. So I'm post-training session right now. My body still feels good. I'm still up in spirits, could even train some more in fact, about ready to train tomorrow and feeling good. I would definitely recommend that people take a slow approach to it. It's one of those things where faster is not going to get you there any quicker. It's just the journey that will take you to where you need to go. Using resources like Normal Athletics and other normal affiliates and other organizations out there, you can kind of understand more about the plant and more about how to better use dosages and things of that nature to be able to keep a good training regimen and make sure that you're medicating the proper way and not over-medicating. All in all, it helps me at home. It helps me be a better husband. I think at work it helps me be a better worker, and I think on the mats it helps me be a better jiu-jitsu player. I love jiu-jitsu, I love cannabis, so it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me to be able to share that with other people and allow that to be heard.
Richie! There you go, there you go, there you go. Right to it, right to it. That's it, right there.
Got it. Got a fucking
Carney, 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 Carney. Carney, 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 again. All right, we got the full guard. Do what you want from here. Sweep or kick. Yeah, okay. There you go, work the sweep. Just go right there again.
All my super heavyweight experts, Brian O'Quinn, Jared Carson, Kyle Hickey.
There you go. Hit the kung fu all the way out. There you go.
Travis Warner.
Get points for the omoplata attack. All the way through, all the way through. Kung fu it. Hug that knee, hug that knee. There you go. Try to get all the way out. There you go. Now work that position and get on top from there. Work the DA sweep, right? If it's not there, the DA sweep. Good. Okay, good, good. You got it, you got it.
Randall Dahl to ring 14.
On the cross.
Randall Dahl to ring 14.
The elbow. Hug
To
the
ring
elbow.
4. Randall Dahl to ring 4.
Got that, you got it. Nice. Yeah, Richie. Nice where you want it. You got it. Yes, right there. Just go to it. Go to it. Go to it. On top. On top. Yes, sir. Fix the position. Fix the position. You got a darts right there if you want to.
He's got it. He's got it. It's in. It's in.
That's it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yep. Beautiful.
Ouch. Well, it's his own fault for not tapping quick enough. I'm still recording.
Luke Hobas to awards. Luke Hobas to awards.
Choked him. He didn't want to tap.
Now, how do you get to that spot? How do you get up there? Damn, that's a tough one. The reason why people don't generally go to this pass that much, they don't understand what it takes. It's so much more work. It's so much more tackle football oriented than other passes. Like the M1s and the leg drags are so pretty and beautiful, and there's not that much danger, or you don't need to hulk out. And I'll explain that in a second. It's dangerous going underneath. But, like I said, you master the path going underneath, you don't have to worry about any kind of guard. You go underneath all guards. And especially you got the baby wipe on that. You get underneath them, bam, you get them to roll. Because if I do get underneath him here, and he knows it, and he goes, oh shit, here he comes with that pass, he's going to try to roll over right back to the guard. Quick, boom. That's a very popular route. He's going to recognize once he's gone past the point of no return. He's going to try to keep his hips on the mat. He's going to try to look for those no-arm triangles. He's going to try to stop you, but once you finally get through here, he's going to roll as quickly as he can. Bam! And then he puts you back in the guard. And then now you got to start all over. So that's why it's important to have those truck transitions. That's part of warm-ups. The standing passes. We're doing the standing underpass. Same thing though. If we do the kneeling underpass and I get through and he goes, he rolls, I'm going to go over. I'm going to pitch and roll. So that's how you move. If the guy on top, the guy trying to pull that pass off, if he knows that transition and he's smooth, that's suicide. You don't want to go there. It's almost better to just let him pass. Fuck it. I'll recover. Then get thrown in the truck. So you're creating that scramble. Do your escape. That escape is a fine for anybody. It's the right thing to do for anybody that doesn't know the transition to the truck. Because when I go over his shoulder here, if I go to his back, he's going to keep going. If I go to his back, I'm not going to quite make it. It's going to be too quick. I can't get that angle. He's rolling in a way where I don't have the angle to get that over under. If he rolls furiously and 100%. Right, so we're here. This is bam, right there. He's going in a way that if I jump on the over-under, I'm going to miss it. And move back. So that's why when we finally do get underneath them here, I finally get I'm not trying to get that over-under. He's in a perfect spot for the truck here, even if we just go straight. So, mastering the underpass is good just for a pass. Like, I don't know what this guy has in his sleeve with these. Maybe a new guard, new sleeve, new setup. I'm going to go underneath that shit. Go right underneath everywhere. Make him try to escape. Let him give you the truck transition. All right, so we want to pass him. That's how we get to the truck. The problem is, as soon as I try to go underneath, the butterflies come in. Let's say I dove in and I went, I'm going to go underneath. He's going to put the butterflies in. Boom, right here. Now I can't do anything. And then my neck is exposed too. Dudes can throw guillotines in. They can throw 100% in. So, can you tell me just for 5 minutes? We're filming for Fox Sports. Fox Sports 2. Oh, it's more believable. Fox Sports. So this is what I do. When I decide this guard is too crazy to pass, it's too flexible, I'm going to go underneath it. You have to make that decision because a lot of times you're passing here, you got your little, you're trying to, pulling out the leg, you're nowhere near underpass when you're standing up. You're nowhere near. If you heel toss them down, then you have a chance, slight window. It's open for a quarter of a second. If we're doing it here,
On the run, and I don't know where I'm ending up. Trekking the globe makes it hard for me to stay in touch. I'm on the run, cause I'm more than just the place I'm from. Taking control of my destiny is number one. I'm on a space trip to another side. Guerrilla tactics, actions louder than flows, with just a fraction of the anti-passive passion it holds.
Gather around my children, I got a little story for you. Gracie Mac posted pictures, that's how you know it's true. I got a position, he got a position. Back and forth we went around and round, round and round. You know I'm the king on the ground. I dominated Eddie. I dominated Eddie. Did you see how I let him sweep me over and over again? Dominated Eddie. That great old J couldn't catch me, no lightning strike again. And did you see how I blew up my own knee when I dominated Eddie? See, I started out on top, then I sprung my plan. I went for the rape joke, and it fell into my hands. I rolled over and went for that thing that I do where I let him pass my card. You know that thing that I'm talking about. You know, right? You're just gonna have to trust me. I dominated Eddie. I dominated Eddie. Did you see how I let him sweep me over and over again? I dominated Eddie. That great old J couldn't catch me, no lightning strike again. And did you see how I blew up my own knee when I dominated Eddie? He used so much strength. That he was puking backstage. Oh, he never stood a chance, 'cause I've seen it all before. They were doing that stuff in Brazil in 1864. Dominated Eddie. Did you see how I let him sweep me over and over again? Oh, I dominated Eddie. That great old J couldn't catch me, no lightning strike again. And did you see how I blew up my own knee when I dominated Eddie? Oh, my last name is Gracie. That's why I dominated Eddie. I dominated Eddie.
Eddie Bravo. Look at this. Look at it. Takes the back with both hooks, and it's
Okay, time. Listen up, guys. Jeff Glover came to Old Legends, or First Legends. What's Old Legends? There's New Legends and Old Legends. Old Legends on the brand. He came by one day and he showed a technique where when you go into the underpass and you cannot get his hips up, he's too heavy. The only way the underpass is going to work is to get his hips up, get him on his neck. It's the only way. So when you can't do that, we've been doing so many flyovers and flipovers that this is going to flow right into what we're doing, right? Because you've got to have some acrobatic abilities. And we've been doing them flyovers and flipovers now for 2 years, something like that, that you guys should be able to do this easy, all right? So let's say we're in the underpass battle. That's what we'll call that. Just you got to acknowledge it. There's an underpass. What's the underpass battle? Oh, that's when you're trying to do the underpass, totally normal. There's a battle going on. It isn't just like this smooth little beautiful thing. It's not like a cart. There's no battle in the cart. You just do the cart. There's a battle going on. You're going to war. Get ready, set, hike. There's a war going on. It's totally normal. Dudes are getting smashed left and right. Totally normal. Next play. You're not waiting for a play where there's no smashing. I'm tired of getting blood. I'm tired of all this tackling. It's just part of the game. People they just always go to a game where there's just not that much. They don't want to battle. They don't want chaos. Stay away from me. Shield on across the belly. Stay away from my neck. Get in there. If you get choked, so what? What happens if you get choked? Nothing. You don't lose any brain cells. Next time it's going to be harder to choke. Don't you want to get really hard to choke? You got to put yourself in choking situations all the time. You want to get really hard to leg lock? You got to put yourself in leg lock positions all the time. The only problem with that is you can get hurt putting yourself in danger of leg lock. You will get your defense better, but fuck. One wrong move, your ACL's gone. The cool thing about getting unchokeable is you put yourself in that danger, you get choked out a bunch. So what? You're not going to tear a ligament in your neck. An NCL, the neck collateral ligament. Is it collateral? No. Is that what it is? Is it cruciate? Crucial. That was close. So let's say we're underneath here and he's got those butterflies and I can't shake those butterflies. So the move is, and he's keeping his hips on the ground heavy. So every time he feels like I'm lifting him up, he adds a little more pressure. So that's what we want, because we're going to go the opposite way. Now we're going to fly over or flip over, either one. But we don't want him to follow us, so we need to give him a little first. So he slams his hips down even more. That's when we go. So we go and then we fly. So as he's putting his hips on the ground, we're already gone. We already took off. We need a little time. We need his help. Does that make sense? Well, you're right here, right? So you just take one here, and as you lift, I'm trying to lift. He's going to stay heavy.
I've come to Limehouse and the Diesel Gym to talk about Jiu-jitsu and MMA. Now, Jiu-jitsu is a major part of the sport, but it was never purpose-built for it. Something that was is the 10th Planet Jiu-jitsu system.
10th Planet Jiu-jitsu was created by Eddie Bravo. He found that there was a missing link between transitioning from the gi, normal traditional Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, to no-gi and to MMA. He develops a system which revolves around the clinch. superior clinch system, moving from one spot to the other, and it adapts to MMA so much better. And you're not being in danger. You're not in danger of being struck at all. You can still train traditional jiu-jitsu. It's just like an added extension. People who train here, they train at other gyms. They still train traditional jiu-jitsu. If you want to transition into MMA, it's best to have this 10th Planet ground game.
He's got a twister. Oh, he's got it! It is! Oh! Somewhere Eddie Bravo is very happy.
And when people talk about 10th Planet, they think of rubber guard and the twister, but it's a whole encyclopedia of transitions and moves with the clinch. I mean, when I go to a fight, I want to have as many tools in my bag as I can. So, traditional jiu-jitsu and 10th Planet jiu-jitsu need everything. Danny, the Cheesecake Assassin, Mitchell, he loves 10th Planet system, as he did show recently in the O2. And even Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's a 10th Planet black belt. It's slowly creeping into UFC to high level. My ultimate aim is to submit my opponent. If we're going to transition this into MMA, we use the 10th Planet system. I'm going to break him down. I need to keep him clinched. He wants to strike me. He wants to start to punch me in the face. I need to keep him clinched. I can't have him broken away from me. In this position, I'm in danger. I can use traditional wrist control, but it's too dangerous. He can pull his arms out, get in for strikes, so I need to break his posture and keep him down. I have to start climbing the legs, performing a high guard. As soon as I perform high guard, I have to grab one of my legs to control him, to keep his posture broken down. I have to adjust my hips. I'm going to bring my arm, my wrist to my ankle, keeping the pressure, push down onto his head, controlling him, so I know he can't get his posture. I want to put this hand on the mat. I have to get this hand on the mat to open him up for submissions. In MMA, I can start to strike. When I start striking, he defends. It's called the zombie. I swim my arm through, I trap his hand on the mat, hugging my knee. I eliminate this arm for strikes. In this position here, it's called the rubber guard. I can start striking him from this position. But I want a submission. I want the triangle. I'm going to bring my arm across, my ankle to my elbow. I'm going to dig deep underneath his armpit, putting pressure on the back of his neck. This is called the meat hook. As I'm doing this, I can start striking from this position. He's defending, or he can start to try and pass the knee, or he can start to strike me back. As soon as I defend, I can grab the wrist, still keeping pressure. This allows me to bring my leg through freely. Wrist. I lock in the submission, but without putting myself in danger of being struck.
Are there loads of versions of this around the world?
10th Planet system is unique in building this system.
When you're practicing jiu-jitsu, when I've done it before, you're grabbing things like the wrists and everything like that, but it always seems like if someone's trying to punch you, it's a lot harder to do, you know?
Yeah, that's the difference. I mean, you get high-level black belts, they're just so used to wrist control, especially wearing the gi, used to grabbing the collars. With the 10th Planet system, it's all clinch. It's break them down, I use the legs, I free up three arms. Every movement we do puts us out of range of being hit. It is mainly for MMA.
Yeah.
The beauty of the 10th Planet system is it's always evolving. Just as MMA is evolving, UFC is evolving, it evolves with it. And we have submissions in there sometimes, transitions, and if they don't work out too much, if we don't think they work out too much in MMA, then it gets taken out and we put new ones in.
So obviously one of the real unique features of the 10th Planet is this rubber guard that they don't normally have in traditional jiu-jitsu. Can you take me through it?
Yep, no problem. OK, first of all, he needs to break your posture. Once he's broke his posture down, he needs to climb his guard up higher, hook onto one leg, into mission control. Now he needs to get his hand onto the mat. He's going to swim underneath, called the zombie. He's going to hug his knee, create the tight pressure on the back of the neck. He's trapped this arm, he's eliminated this arm. He can now use this arm to start striking or to submit. Go-go platter.
Right, that's officially disgusting. Lads, I can really see why that 10th planet system works. It's a pretty unique feature, and from straight away I'm pinned and there's not a lot I can do, and I'm uncomfortable from the moment I get my posture broken. I think I have to be trying this.
Lopez.
10th Planet.
MMA fighter. You got any fights coming up?
I don't have any fights coming up scheduled yet, but I have some things in the work. I'm going to try out for Ultimate Fighter next Monday, 28th. So it's the first season of all girls. So I'm excited. Tryouts, grappling, and hitting the mitts. So we'll see after the
Awesome.
We're going to end with a little something for mastering the system, something that we've been working on a lot over the last few weeks. This will probably get injected into the warm-ups somewhere. Very important. It's a good whip-up drill. Just whatever muscles are used in the whip-up, you just got to keep those strong. You got to be powerful with the whip-up. You got a lockdown, you want the underhooks. Why do you want the underhooks? Because that's where all the sweeps are. If you have the lockdown and he has head and arm, the whip downs are very important. When jaws of life don't work to get that underhook, you got the lockdown, but you just don't have the underhook. When jaws of life don't work, you have to whip down. If the whip downs don't work, jaws of life don't work, then you have to transition to full guard, to jersey maybe. Maybe you want to do that to begin with. Maybe you don't even want jaws of life or a whip down. You're like, I got the overhook here because he has the underhook. Let's just take it to rubber guard. You might just want that. But if you really, really want, you got the lockdown and you're like, I can electric chair this guy. I just got to get this underhook back. Whip downs are huge. And we covered this in the last episode. So you could look at episode 71. We cover it. But what I want to do in closing is just, this is going to be one of the warm-ups. I don't know where I'm going to slip it in. Maybe the Hail Marys. Maybe we just add it on to E while we're already doing lockdown stuff and quarter guard stuff. It would fit right there, but we have so much already. Maybe we just fit it in there and we do it for a couple minutes. It's very, very important to understand the whips and to be strong with them. Rick? So, we went over this in the last episode. I'm just going to show you the drill. We're going to start with head and arm. If the jaws of life work, that's beautiful, but he's squeezing 100%. It's not going to work. I got to get this underhook back. So the drill is, I like to grab this leg right here. We're ready to go because I'm going to end up right into electric underhooks. So we can go this way first, and then when we come back,
aim for the head, go for the throat. One for the money and two for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker, bury my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs to seeds of lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew
Let's look at the talent of the tank for what could be the fight of the night here at RFA 14. Japan and Montoya Jr. 7-2 versus 8-3. 2 years the owner is Montoya Jr. 3 inches the taller the Mexican. He's got 1 inch in the yard, but gives up 2.5 inches in leg range. What about you? Touch up, guys. Let's do it. Alan Joban, Armando Montoya Jr. In this welterweight contest, they are the heaviest fighters on tonight's card at 170. All little fellas from here on out. And look for the fast start from both men. Southpaw stance on Alan Joban. Inside thigh kick, nice and high from him. Always a good weapon for a southpaw, the inside thigh kick. Got to be careful, the straight right hand coming down the centre corridor from Montoya.
Joban hunting that liver with that rear leg.
If Joban can clinch up with Montoya, he is devastating in the clinch with the elbows and the knees.
Nice head movement after he threw that left.
Good inside leg kick again, buckled that lead leg of Montoya. Joban leads with the jab, throws the left cross down the tube. Montoya rallies back, high right round kick from the Mexican. Inside leg kick from Montoya. Fakes the right hand, Montoya.
Montoya trying to circle left as much as he can, stay away from that left leg and left hand is Joban.
Beautiful round kick, smack bang into the ribs, and an inside leg kick from Joban.
As he's setting up a high kick, going to the inside of the leg and the liver. There it is.
Going for the headache maker, Alan Joban. Jab 2 from Montoya Jr. Nice hook cross from Joban. Are we going to see them go to ground for the first time? No.
Joban showing some good takedown defense there.
Into the midsection, one to the inside thigh from Montoya Jr. High knee from Joban.
Indeed, gotta lock his hands. Yeah, good too. Nice job.
Montoya Jr. with the takedown. Joban controlling the Mexican's posture here.
And Joban's trying to get that Umaplata started. Or a Gogoplata.
Man could work. This all plata into a Gogoplata. Elbows to the clavicle there from Joban, off of his back. Under a minute remains, first round.
Trying to power out of that.
Joban wants to sub Chino.
It's tough, it's tight on the neck. Just got to get his other leg over the top to bring that opposite pressure down. But he's trying. Chino knows he can't let him get that leg out of there. He's in trouble. Tell you what, man, you talk about a frustrating submission at the end. Yeah, he's trying to get that leg up.
And Alan Joban tap out Armando Montoya Jr. here in the first round. Omoplata still locked on. Chino looks like he's going to hold on to the bell here.
Trapped against the cage here. Joban trying to get up. Going forward to cause pressure on the shoulder. Look at how Chino's posting with his leg and his arm to keep that reverse pressure into it.
Into the round after one. Here we go in the second.
Close round though. Close round.
Very close round. Cross to open up for Joban. Inside leg kick Joban Montoya with the high knee. Wants to duke it out, but Joban a little too slick on his feet at the moment.
Yeah, good footwork.
Rattles that round kick to the rib cage again. Montoya Jr. drives him back against the cage.
See if he can get his hips in here and get a lift. Locked up.
Big Chino looking for the sub on Joban.
Gonna keep walking his fingers on both hands to tighten that up. Let's try to hunt it. Trying to get the angle.
Just past the halfway mark of this second round. Close first round. Slightly edged on Pat's scorecard to Armando Montoya Jr. And Jr. trying to finish Joban here.
And keep that hand posted on the hip where Joban had it there. Start drawing knees again.
Joban's hand, which moved back to center cage. Who can get the strikes off now? Oh, the head kick from Joban!
Nice.
The high knee! Joban may have found his second win. He backs up Big Chino.
Montoya's hurt. Hurt big time.
Now what damage can Alan Joban do?
Holding that head down. Nice knee to the body.
Drills the knee in and again. Just bang to the carcass. High kick coming. Oh, the big kibosh! Make me some way! Joban back in the winner's circle, my word!
Nice job by Joban. Getting taken down and right out of that submission attempt, defended it, came up, landed that head kick, and then started the downward spiral for Montoya. Nice work.
We told you he was explosive. Alan Joban knocks out Armando Montoya Jr.
Awesome job, man. Bring that fire when
Joban doing a good job trying to keep that hand posted on the hip, defending against that choke. Trying to be very observant, check him out, watching where the hips are going, watching where the legs are going. Comes right up, throws the head kick right off the bat. Montoya eats it, and you can tell he's hurt right away. Joban follows up. Great killer instinct out of Joban. Look at him keeping the head down, knee to the body. Following up with heavy shots. And beautiful left hook here. That's the punch you definitely want to throw when you have that angle. Precision striking by Joban. Nice work.
Into the second round for your winner by TKO, Alan Brahma Joban.
Joban back in the winner's circle, and my word, he did it in emphatic fashion. Thanks, time to park our peepers backstage.
All right, we're here with Jared Carlston. How's it going up in Burbank, man?
It's good. We're doing good.
Cool.
Trending killers.
Cool. How often you been making it down to HQ?
I usually come twice a week, and I have done that for 8 years. At least twice a week. I used to come more, but because of work, then I'm always busy. But at least twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I always come and see Eddie. Always get my rolls in.
Beautiful, man. Thank you.
I want to talk to somebody in charge. You are not fooling anybody when you say that what happened was a natural disaster. You're lying. It was not an earthquake. It wasn't a typhoon. Because what's really happening is that you're hiding something out there. And it is going to send us back to the Stone Age. I'm not crazy. Whatever it is they're guarding so carefully, I need to be able to prove that it's real. God help us all.
In 1954, we awakened something. They were trying to kill it.
You have no idea what's coming.
Can you kill it?
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control. And not the other way around.
against the fence, please. Everybody against the fence. All right, we're going to move on to tech of the day.
Did you catch that?
Will you two behave yourselves, please? Jesus Christ, I have to give you freaking push-ups and shit like that. Like kangaroo hops. All right, don't slide down a little bit, Josh. Sorry about this. Okay, so I'm going to show 2 triangle setups that I love. One is from side control, and sometimes if someone's getting, sometimes it's really hard to get here. People are framing, and it's really getting tough. So I like to jump back on knee on belly, and I've got a nice triangle from knee on belly I want to show you as well. So you can work them in a series, or you can work them independently, up to you, depends on what your game is reflecting from this position. So first thing I want to do is, obviously, the first thing I want to do is I need an arm in a triangle. You know, you need to threaten it, so I need one arm in, one arm out. I need to get perpendicular, I need my angle, and then I need the lock and the squeeze and the clinch. So it's really difficult getting this elbow up like this. It can take you minutes just to do that. So there's a really cool little trick that Eddie showed me in 2007. So I've got head and arm here. It's not a perfect underhook. Ultimately, if I could be here, this would be beautiful, but it doesn't happen like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to distract him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my left knee to my right. I'm going to bump him with my right knee. And while he's being distracted by that and trying to square up, I've separated his arm by just running back. And now without even breaking my grip, he's good to go. Does that make sense? So just watch that little bit again. I need his arm here. I'm going to distract him by bumping him. And what that's going to do, that's going to lift this elbow up a little. I'm going to catch it and I'm going to run it back. Make sense? All right. So I'm here. So I bump him and I'm going to drop my hip low. I don't want to be up in the air and he's going to wrestle me over, especially if he's bigger and stronger than me. So I'm going to drop my hip low. Sorry, Josh. And now I'm going to run back in my perfect side control. You know, knee on the hip, left knee under the head like a pillow, whatnot. Now let me set him up. So what I'm going to do now is a couple of things. I want to put my right meat hook in, but it's not going to go in there so easy. So what I do is I'm going to use my elbow to open his elbow. Now I can get the meat hook in. Make sense? All right. From here, I'm going to get my right hand on that wrist and I'm going to stretch it out like a slow triangle. The meat hook is important because it's going to lift his head off the mat. Why? Because my leg is going to go in there in a second. Now here's where I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell this technique. So I'm going to be holding that hard, putting my weight on it. He's going to think triangle, right? He's thinking, oh shit, he's going to go for a triangle. So he's going to bring that elbow in, isn't he? Wouldn't you? But I'm still going to triangle it. So I've got control of that wrist. As I do, I throw it over, hit on the ground, and I've got the triangle done. Boom. I think it's called the fire. I think this setup's called the fire. Or the flame, one of those two. All right, so the Aussie, the Aussie, the Aussie. How do you even say that?
I know how do you say it?
The fire.
No.
I know. The Aussie.
It's called the Outback.
The Outback. Jesus. Can we move on? I'm sorry. Curtis, how's it going? Oh, Jesus. All right. Head and up. I'm going to bump and run. Boom, and run back. I call it bump and run. Okay? Easy. Now I'm going to set him up. Now I'm going to work my hands together like a ninja. I have to go this way. Get the meat hook in, get this down, boom. And the whole time, my belly's nice and low and weight on my heels. Make sense? Anytime you're messing around inside this one, lifting your ass up, it's bad. You've got to stay flat and low, especially if you're smaller or weaker than your opponent. I'm going to stretch that out. He's going to react by bringing it in. Now I'm going to go foot first, grab it in my left hand, drop my knee to the floor, head on the mat. Now I want to finish him here on his side. This is where I want it done. As he reacts by rolling to his knees, I'm squeeze, 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 squeeze. I want to make sure that he has, in his mind, psychologically, he's being tapped. Like there's no way out of this one. I'm just going to bring that hand in. So you want to get in his head mentally on that. As you finish him, you want to get it planned so early. It's like, fuck, this is bad. I'm not even on my knees yet. Once he gets there, he's being squeezed the whole way through it. Yeah? One last thing I want to say about the squeeze. Dean Lister taught a seminar at my school in 2012, and he talked about I've called it the Lister twist. And what it is I want this knee, I'll just let you go for a second. I want this knee, you like this when you're in the triangle, right? I want this knee to line up with this one. Does that make sense? If you just do that, it's so much more intense. Rather than just sitting here and just squeezing and humping and pulling down, Dean's taught us to do this as well. It's just added another level of intensity to the triangles. It's raised my triangle percentages like hugely. So it's a really important point with your triangles. So anytime you hit your triangles, Casey, I spent a bit of time on the weekend with Casey Hussey across the Mesa and the boys, and he has this theory, or philosophy rather, that I like to use, but he calls it chunking. And what that is finding parallels in your game. Like, instead of having to learn 1,000 different jiu-jitsu moves, there's a lot of parallels. Like, for instance, when you learn a triangle the first time, learn it properly. Like, really study it. So anytime you go to a triangle, you don't have to Jesus Christ, forsaken. How are you, brother?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, man. Anytime you go to that triangle, it's all ready to go. You don't have to relearn it. Does that make sense? It's really important, especially if you guys want to fast track your training, accelerate it. It's really important that you learn how to chunk your techniques together. Make sense? So this is one of those examples. So remember that little twist. So if I put it into effect with the triangle, okay, and I'm here, then I'm going to bring my knees. You see that knee coming through? And that adds an enormous amount of squeeze. Anyway, back to the point, back to the tech. One more time. So, and I'm going to talk you through it all, so don't worry about trying to remember everything. Okay, I'll talk you through it. So, side control, bump and run. Now, meat hook. You see how I open him up to here? Get that meat hook in. Work hard on that arm and keep working him up. Now I'm going to straighten, he's going to pull it in. Got it here. I've got it locked in on my side. It's done. As he comes up, we'll squeeze it. That one? This one? Oh man, you. This one? That one? No, I'm controlling it the whole time. And I'm bypassing it. Once I'm here with the knee hook here, it's tight, I'm holding it, pinning it against his body. So as I come up, all I need is that path. He can have his hand in there, I don't care. I'm still gonna choke, I don't give a shit. How many times have you put a triangle and someone's had their hand in there? And they usually tap like, oh fuck, my hand's gonna break. Take it out. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. No, I don't care. Jeez, camera out of my face, bro. Alright, one more time and speed. Okay? Alright, let's do it. Thanks, sorry. Alright, here we go. Get your partners. Tommy. Alright, here we go. Heads to me, please. Heads to me. Side control, heads to me. So if you're on your back, your head should be this way, your legs should be facing the exit. Alright, here we go. Head and arm. Alright, we need to separate that arm. So here we go. Bring your left knee to your right. Use your right knee to Muay Thai knee them. And feel where their elbow is with your left hip and run back to side control. Separating their arms. Beautiful. Alright, now let's open up that meat hook. So your right arm opens up the meat hook, your left fingers go inside the bicep. Now immediately make a run for their wrist. So get wrist control and pin it hard, be real aggressive. Immediately as soon as you do it, they're going to be thinking, shit, triangle. So as they pull it in, that's exactly right, triangle. So bring your knee to the floor. Bring your knee to the floor, Mickey, put your knee to the floor. No, bring your leg around. Put your knee to the floor. So we're stepping over with the right foot. Put it around their neck and grab it into your left hand. Now pull it so your right knee goes to the floor. Now put your head on the ground as well. Put your head on the ground as well. Hold your balance. Because you've got to set it here. Now lock in the triangle. As you fall to your side, it should be in. You should not have let go of that shin, Mickey. Keep a hand, hold onto that shin the whole way through to keep it tight. And as they get up to their knees, you're tapping it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Does everybody understand the timing? Yeah. Timing is everything. Timing, when do I do it? It's not only understanding how do I do it, it's when do I do it as well. It's not just enough to know how to do a triangle, it's when to do it, when to hit it. Let's go again, same person, same thing. Jesus, dude, I'm not used to you. I'm trying to look at the students here in my face, man, what the hell? All right, here we go, side control. we have to separate the arm. So, left knee to the right, keep your hips down, bump them, and then run back. Yes. All right, now, we've got to set them up. So we need that meat hook. So open them up with your right, meat hook goes in with the left, wrist control with the right. Pin it to the ground, open them up, open them up. All right, now you know when they pull that elbow in, you're going to fly that right leg straight over the top, around their left shoulder. Ready? Go. Throw it, catch it in your left hand. Pull your knee to the floor, head on the ground. All right, now you know where you're going to go. Your left knee should be touching, literally, your right foot. So you should know exactly where you are. Now as you roll it over, cinch it up. Let's go. Roll, cinch the triangle up. As they get to their knees, it's done. Switch, top to bottom. All right, here we go. So I'm going to separate the arm, right? So here we go, left knee to the right. Bump them with your right knee like a Muay Thai knee. And feel their elbow with your left kick. When you feel it, you run back, separating the arm without sacrificing control. All right, now, let's get that meat hook in. So open them up with your right elbow, get your left fingers in. Go to wrist control immediately. Straighten that arm and be aggressive. As they withdraw their arm in, you fly. You grab that leg, knee on the floor, head on the floor, cinch it up. As they get to their knees, it's done, son. One more time. One more. Here we go. Side control. Bump and run. Separate that arm. Meat hook. Open it up. Wrist control. Pin it to the ground. As they respond, wait for that elbow to touch their hip and then fly. Grab that shin, knee on the floor, head on the floor. As they roll over, it is over. And don't forget that Lister twist, if you remember that detail. Bringing those knees together, lining those knees up. All right, time. Any questions? Any questions? There's one thing I want to just adjust. Can I do that? Can I just tweak something? Because a lot of it's going to fall apart under pressure because there's a little thing. If you don't have your hand on that shin and you're yanking on that shin, Josh, it ain't going to happen. Trust me, I've messed this up so many times. So everything's beautiful up to here, right? Here's a critical point, okay? I'll go real slow, I'm waiting for that elbow to touch. Now I'm going to fly. Now my left hand, see my left hand's waiting? I need to catch it. This is the Higgin grip. Higgin Machado always likes to grab that shin when he sets up the triangle. Okay, this is basically it. So now, but the key now is my knee and my head are going to be on the floor, and I'm pulling. See, I'm pulling him up. So by the time he's rolling, see I've cinched it already? It's over. You can't leave a window. Windows that jump out, they're going to escape. That window, we're going to shut down any escape route. If you don't shut that escape route down, someone who's got a high level is just going to pop straight out. And you're going to spill it. Okay? So make sure you're grabbing that shin, put your head on the floor. Thank you very much, Ethan. You're very sensitive. Thank you. All right, so fix that up. Anyway, 2 for 2, okay? Anyone's got any problems with the setup, I'll come around and help you out. All right, let's go. You roll with chains now? Jesus Christ. Find that you bump them and they're hiding that elbow. Does that make sense? Has anyone felt this? Like, where the hell is that elbow? I just take it back. Right? I just take it back. Josh, where are you? Just real quick. Little point. So if I'm actually trying the bump and run, I just call it the bump and run, okay? It's not called that, I just call it that. So I'm here, right? But he's hiding that elbow and I can't get underneath it. Well then I'm just gonna hide your elbow. Get in there, yeah. So if he's getting, I'm gonna put my left leg under his back, I'm gonna switch to the near side, and I'm just gonna grab the back. Do you understand? Like anytime someone does that, you can take their back. Whether they're facing away from you, or whether they're facing towards you. Because even from here, a quick switch, now a quarter turn back, I'm on his back. John Patello talks about this in the latest MTS 70. He talks about that quarter turn to the back, it's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. That really helped me understand the importance of that little turn and putting that leg underneath the back and just taking it. So if they want to play that game, that's fine. And then what you'll find is they'll go, oh shit, he's going on my back. So he'll go, boom. Now I've separated the arm. Make sense? Man, jiu-jitsu is all about, we all learn the same things, right? But we have to develop the glue that binds it and sticks it all together. Your experience and how well you understand these transitions will depend on how sticky that glue is. Does that make sense? So you got to do it. That's the personal part of jiu-jitsu. That's all you. You have to develop that adhesiveness when it comes to these techniques. You've got to find those spaces and holes to fill so they can't have any escape routes. And that's what takes a long time. That's all. The techniques alone don't take a long time. It's all the in-betweens that take forever. The transitions, that empty space, that's what you've got to learn. All right, so if you find that, take the back. All right? A little bit more than that. Let's go.
Where you going, you're not coming back from.
Through the head. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Through the head. Through the head. Through the head. Through the head. What? Through the head. Through the head. Through the head. Through the head. Okay. Pistol collar. Get in the head. Pistol collar. Rocking pistol collar. There you go. Just keep it down. Charlie, just keep it pistol collar. Hug your knee. Hug your knee. Nice, Kevin. Nice, Kevin. There you go. Double invisible collar. Okay. Let's get this mother crawl.
How do you say 10th planet? Say 10th planet.
Timada.
Say 10th planet.
Timada.
Tenmada?
Timada.
That's how you say 10th planet?